When I started to do those things, that's when I started to be more confident in myself. Is this thing on? What is up? Welcome back to my channel. Hi, I'm Olivia and I'm so glad that you're here. We are doing get ready with me to go nowhere. Really just wanted to do a little get ready with me and chat with you like we're on FaceTime. Honestly, I haven't played in my makeup in like a pretty good minute. I'm just gonna be like testing some things that I just want to try it out. Your skin prep is the biggest thing, and usually when I do my makeup, I'm usually going out, so like I already take a shower. But since we're in the house today, actually, let me put my hair up. Basically, I'm using a toner pad instead of like washing my face. To be honest, whenever I'm like about to go out and I don't feel like washing my face in the morning, like if I'm going for a run or something, I'll use a toner pad and some SPF and call it a day. The whole influencing right now, or like the whole content creator thing right now, they don't really talk about real issues. Like everything that I see on social media is like,
get ready with me to go on a date. I really like this guy, and we are going on our first date, yada 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 yada. And I really want to look cute for him.
and I'm just like, I get it. I get it. I know the girls, we love talking about guys and men with each other, but like girl to girl, we need to get a little deeper. We need to talk about what we're doing to stay confident in ourselves. We need to talk about things that make us a good friend. Like little things like this, I feel is so important to like being a woman. We're gonna get all up into it today. I am going to put on some lotion. And whenever I see people doing their skincare, I feel like their faces be looking so moisturized and crispy and like they just be looking so good. And honestly, like I feel like when I do makeup or when I do my skincare, I just look like a glazed donut. And I do not know how this is going to turn out, so I don't think I'm going to label this as like a makeup tutorial. You can follow along with me. You could do your makeup with me as you go as well. But we're playing on our makeup today, so I don't know if it's going to come out good. I have no promises. I do love doing my makeup, and so like I'm sure it'll come out decent, but like I just don't know what I'm going for. We're just going for vibes and we're just here to chat. So I usually start off with my brows, and I am an OG. I just like to fill them in. But honestly, like I really miss playing in my makeup. I really miss like sitting on FaceTime doing my makeup with my friends. Like I feel like in college, we would literally just sit and do our makeup together, and that was like a core memory for me and my friends. I feel like now that I'm like getting older, I'm starting to just reflect on a lot of things of, you know, like my friendships and how things used to be and things that I really enjoyed, things that I want to like keep for the future and like just like growth. I remember when I was doing my makeup before in college, and my friend told me to lengthen my brows this way because I would just fill them in, but she told me to bring them a little bit closer together, like almost like a unibrow, so that they can lengthen and they look more like structured. And I always appreciated that because girl, my brows be browing these days. I want to try this new foundation out because if you don't know, I live in Japan now, and foundation, you know, since it's nighttime, we're gonna use it all night long. Since I live in Japan now, we don't really have the opportunity of different foundation shades, and we don't have all the different products that we have in the States. Like I can't just go to Ulta and get foundation or makeup. I have to go to the exchange, which basically the exchange is like the military store. So I'm like trying out different things because I can't get what I'm used to anymore. Like my fave has always been a nice tinted moisturizer. I'm just going with emotions and using what I have. I will say that my confidence has definitely grown since doing my makeup. When I was in middle school, I was the bullied girl. Like I used to get bullied for like being dark skinned. I used to get bullied for being obese. I used to get bullied because I used to sting. Like there was a lot of different things that I used to get bullied for. My confidence was shook in like high school, and I had to like build my confidence from the ground, because I feel like what a lot of people don't really realize about confidence is it comes from within. Like, there's nothing that someone can tell you that will make you more confident in yourself. You literally have to tell yourself who you are, and you have to get comfortable with who you are. What I had to realize is the things that the people were saying about me, like, some of them were true, but that didn't have to be who I was, if that makes sense. So like, I just never had a handle on proper hygiene when I was in high school, and I just did not know how the girls would smell good. I just wasn't doing what I need to do, basically. We'll leave it at that. Okay, this is the Pure Push-Up Sculpting Concealer. We're gonna try this out. Future Livy here. I just wanted to add that I was actually really embarrassed to talk about this with my family, so I never brought it up to my mom. I never brought it up to my friends, but I realized as an adult that if I would have asked, they would have told me right then and there that it was hormones. I started my period, and that's when all of my smells started to change, and I had to like wash myself differently. There were a lot of different things that, looking back at it, I would have been able to change. Yeah, that's definitely a lot. I'm just painting my face at this point. That doesn't look terrible. I definitely had to like, oh my gosh, this is like crazy. I used to look up videos on YouTube of how to gain confidence. That was a lot of how I spent my time when I was in high school. Just like figuring out like how to gain confidence in myself, how to love myself. Self-love, oh my goodness. I would search up how to love yourself so many times, and when I tell you, nothing ever really helped. Like, a lot of times they would say, get to know yourself, tell yourself affirmations and things like that, like fake it till you make it. Honestly, none of those things really worked for me. I think after a while, I started to come to terms that I just needed to, the love is gonna have to come from within, and it's not like it's some magic formula that you can use the same way as someone else. So like, I literally had to build my confidence up by spending time with myself. Like, I know a lot of the videos were just like,
get to know yourself, get to know who you are.
and like, I get it, but like, me having such an analytical brain, I was just like, okay, so how would I get to know a person that I was meeting for the first time?
I would ask them questions about themselves, and I would listen and things like that. And like,
I was coming at it from such a analytical lens that I wasn't actually getting what I needed. I would ask myself questions, and sometimes I wouldn't have the answer. And it took me a long time to like find the answer to some things, and there's still things that I don't have the answer for. So I pretty much just started to tell myself affirmations, but make them true. I am beautiful. But what does beauty look like on me? Obviously, I'm not gonna feel my most beautiful if I am looking crusty and if I am waking up fresh in the morning, hot breath, just no. So I need to do things that make me feel pretty. So I need to put on a nice cute outfit, or I need to put on some nice perfume and go outside. Not even go outside, but just like, I want to smell good. I want to look good. I want to feel good. And when I started to do those things, that's when I started to be more confident in myself. And honestly, like, the confidence, you will see it when you walk into a room. People right away will know if you're confident in yourself when they first meet you. I know I do. Okay, I need to focus on these brows. These even. But yeah, like, I literally had to become the person that I wanted to be. Like, become the person that I'm telling myself. Like, you can't trick yourself into being beautiful, or you can't trick yourself into smelling good if you're not taking care of yourself, you know? So that's definitely something that, like, I feel contributed to me, like, just feeling better about myself. I started to learn how to do my makeup. I started to wear earrings. I started to not wear like super baggy clothes and like actually be able to see my figure. I'm still working on like the working out part and like, you know, that type of thing. I started to eat healthy, and like, I started to like take care of like me on the inside pretty much. And I feel like at a young age, it's so important to start to take care of yourself, because that is what translates when you become an adult. And honestly, like, I wish I did more of that when I was a kid. Like, I feel like my mom, like, when my mom would tell me, you know, you have to frame your face, you have to find hairstyles that fit you. You have to find clothes that fit you. Like, I never really understood what she said until I got older, because I'm like,
Girl, I wear a uniform to school. Like, what do you mean?
wear something that fits me.
It's my size.
So like when I got older, it definitely like made a lot more sense. But I feel like at a younger age, sometimes you just don't know. So far we're giving hot mess, and that is okay. We are learning. I'm gonna be able to save this look, so trust the process, yo. Trust the process. And like building your confidence really translates to different things in life. How you show up in a room full of people, how you begin to make friends. As an extroverted person, I'm literally able to talk to anyone I come across. That translated to when I started working and I was on my internship or my co-op, and I literally sent an email to the CEO of the company. I sent an email to the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Like, confidence will get you there. Confidence will get you there. But honestly, I could really see how much confidence helped me with making friends. And not even just making friends, but like connecting people to other people. I have such a skill of like seeing two people that would vibe with each other and like introducing them to each other. And also the confidence that you have in yourself will help you to just like be more positive and have more light to people. In college, I was just like such a bubbly energy. I feel like being happy and being confident in myself really helped me to like spread the love to others. So I feel like obviously God put that in me. Just like making sure that you take care of yourself so you can pour into other people is really good. On the topic of friends, okay, let's talk about friends. Sometimes people just want friends just for the sake of having friends instead of wanting friends to build a community around yourself and a community around them. Just as much as you want a friend, you need to be a good friend to someone else. I always remembered like my friendships. We just poured into each other. I have friends that I've known since I was in high school. I have friends that I've known since kindergarten, and then I have my friends from college. They're all different people, but they all have similar values as me, which is so important. And I guess like still on the topic of friends or of confidence, I guess that is what people mean when they say like get to know yourself. You get to understand who you are and like what your core values are. So when you do meet people, you're like, oh, okay, no.
That's not my cup of tea.
Or that is my cup of tea. Like, oh yeah, we'll be great friends. You're able to like differentiate real versus fake. That is what people say when they say get to know yourself. Because if you don't know yourself, you're not going to know whether or not someone is going to be good or bad for you. People like become friends with people that don't really align with them just for the sake of them being friends and like what a person can do for them or the vibe that they're giving off. When I tell you, vibes will get you caught up. Sometimes you will meet people and they will have this radiant energy to them. They will have this charismatic energy. They will be bubbly. They will be fun to be around. And sometimes that's all it is. Like sometimes that fun energy is not what you need. There are seasons for everything, but sometimes that good energy is something that could derail you from the life that you should be living. Case in point, before I was married, I was someone that just loved being outside. Like I loved going out. I loved going to bars. I loved going to clubs. And honestly, I had a great time. I'm not even gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. I had a great time. And I would meet people who were similar to me, and I would meet people who also, can we talk about this? Is she getting chiseled? I know I look a hot mess. It's gonna get better, I promise. But I would meet people who have the same interests with me. In that time period, I enjoyed going out. If I would have kept those friendships at some point, would have just fallen down that track of like going out all the time. And literally just that, like not following Christ or having like slippery waters with relationships. Like I feel like the type of people that you hang around really matters because you are a product of your environment. I remember when I used to hear that, when I was in like high school and when I was in college, and I was like,
I mean, just because I hang out with these people doesn't mean that I'm like them.
but you literally become them, because it's like if you start to involve yourself or surround yourself by people who are literally only drinking and not pouring into themselves, how are you going to find out, or how are you going to figure out how to level yourself up? You know, how do you know what that looks like if you're not being exposed to it? I don't know who I'm talking to today, but if I'm talking to you, drop a heart in the comment, drop a blue heart in the comments, because I feel like so many times we do things that feel good, but for the most part, everything that feels good doesn't always benefit you. Like eating a cheeseburger feels good, but are there any health benefits of eating cheeseburgers? No. Sitting and lounging around the house feels good. But if you continue to do that too long, that's a problem. At some point, you have to come to terms with yourself that all relationships that just feel good, or all the relationships that the things that you do just feel good, you have to really like sit and examine and say to yourself, like, is this relationship benefiting me? Am I growing with this relationship? Am I, not my light just turned off, am I growing within myself? Is this delaying me from my blessings? Is this keeping me stagnant? Like, these are all questions that you should be asking yourself whenever you're like getting into a relationship. Romantic relationships, but also friendships. Most of the time, people are focusing more so on romantic relationships, where it's like, yes, finding your partner is a great thing. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. And same with finding a husband. You find a great thing. And let me tell you, I'm speaking from experience. Okay, anyways, you literally have to make sure that you're making the right relationships and just pouring into yourself. And what I mean by that, because I remember as well when I was younger and people would say pour into yourself,
It was like, okay, well, what do you mean?
I mean like journaling and writing down your emotions, understanding what you're feeling and why you're feeling that way, understanding different feelings throughout the month. Like, how do you feel a week after your period? And if I have any guys watching, maybe you should be checking on your friends to see what they're feeling during their periods too. Because what I tell you, getting into a relationship before we were married, there were times of the month where I was just like,
I'm gonna murder this man.
and he didn't even do anything. He didn't do nothing to me. I was just feeling so emotional. You just feel different emotions throughout the month. And I just wasn't personally aware of that until I started journaling. So, is that a helicopter? Maybe some crazy things going on out here. So you see, I kind of saved this. They say your fingers are the best beauty blender. So I'm actually using this blush for the first time. I have been looking all over this island to find a liquid blush, and I'm really hoping that this works for my skin tone, because y'all know I be worried that my skin tone is gonna be too dark. Moment of truth. I don't see any of it. Can you see it? Bruh. Maybe I used the wrong side. I mean, okay, I guess. It's the blush in the room with us. Ugh. I miss my Juvia's Place and Rare Beauty. Those were some pigmented blushes. This, I might need to put a little bit, but like not enough so that it's muddy. Good thing about this is,
I ain't got nowhere to be.
but do you see how like pigmented it looks? And then as soon as I blend it out, it goes away. Okay, this is better. Okay, so it looks like you just gotta put a lot on. I'm feeling this though, this is cute. And I don't usually underpaint because I don't usually have a blush to go under. This might actually be a game changer. We're gonna see. And this is my first time like doing this method of like underpainting and connecting my concealer. So we're gonna see how this goes. I don't know, like, is it giving? Y'all think the contour is too dark? To blend this out a little bit. Onto relationships. It's funny, this video is actually a announcement video of my new series that I'm dropping literally August 1st. So if you're seeing this August 1st, make sure you come back to my channel. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you like this video if you actually like this video. And I feel like if you're still here, you like this video. It's my August series, not you Siri. When someone cheats on you, that's not always a reflection of you, but it's just a reflection of them. And honestly, it's never a reflection of you. Even if you weren't giving your partner something, Your partner should be patient with you, and you both should be communicating with each other. Let's say you're not communicating well. Powder me up. I'm nervous about powder, y'all. I feel like I'm gonna use a different brush. But I feel like there's never an excuse for cheating on your spouse. Like, ever. There's never an excuse. If you want to cheat on your spouse, it's better to just leave. Like, why string someone along? You're clearly not happy with how your relationship is, or if there's something that you see in someone else. Because, like, my thing is, there's not a man on this earth that will take my eyes off of my husband. I don't like to talk about him that much, but just know.
That's my man.
And I really hope that everyone can feel this way about their spouse, because, like, it's such a beautiful feeling. God be knowing what he's doing. The way he set us up, like, not like us, the way he set us up in this world to have a partner and not be alone. Ugh. God knew what he was doing when he made my man. Okay, let me stop. I just feel like relationships are just such a beautiful thing. Like, having someone to call your own, having someone to come home to every single day, having someone to share your deepest, darkest thoughts, your dreams, your ambitions, your insecurities, and like they are there to hold your hand through it and like make sure that you're okay. Like, that's such a beautiful thing. And I really love my man. Like, I love my husband so much, and I really hope that other people can experience this type of love. I feel like the vetting process is really what's the most important. Are we getting into it? Are we getting into relationship advice? That's not the type of time I want to be on, because I don't want to tell people what to do in their relationships. I really don't. But I've been having so many conversations with my husband, and it's just like, we will watch the same show and be on the same mindset. And a lot of things changed with who I am. I have become very different since, being married and like being in my relationship. My perspective has changed on a lot of things, and I have been so at peace with just like who I am in the relationship and my job in a relationship, if that makes sense. If you don't know, I am a stay-at-home wife, but I used to have a job. I used to be an engineer. I used to make 6 figures, and like, you don't lose your identity becoming married, but you evolve into something beautiful. And for me, at least, I am blooming. I've never been so at peace with just like life in general and like who I am. There was a big shift that needed to happen when we were dating. I was very stubborn. Since I was independent, I really liked to do things the way that I wanted to do them, because I've lived my life all this time and things have worked the way that they have because I made them that way. And when I got to meet my husband, and when he started to show me what it is for a man to take lead, one of us had to follow. It was going to be me or it was going to be him. And I decided it was going to be me, because as a man, your job is to lead. And no matter what happens in this world with the whole like extinction of gender roles, God made us the way he made us for a reason. I like never understood it until I actually like surrendered myself and like submitted to the whole process. It just makes life so much easier to just follow a man's lead. I don't even know where we're going. I just get in the car and like go, I'm just here for the ride. I'm literally just here for the ride. Let me know if I'm not making sense to y'all. I understand what I'm saying, but why did I just find this out? There's 2 compartments and there's a mirror right here. So cute. A lot of women these days are stubborn with letting their man take lead. And I get it. I really understand, because it's like, how can you trust someone to lead if you haven't seen them lead? How do you know that their leadership is correct? That's just something that you have to pray on. You have to pray for your partner. You have to pray for your relationship like daily, like every single day. I'm like praying for my relationship. I'm praying for him to like help us with communicating to each other. What am I gonna do for shadow? And like as a man, like I feel like you have to really like look for that in your partner as well. We did premarital counseling. I feel like every relationship needs to have premarital counseling. I just feel like there's so many different things that you don't know that you need until you actually see it. There were conversations that me and my husband never had before until we went to counseling. And we did that before we got married so that we can like basically answer all the questions, ask all the questions. And, you know, like I feel like sometimes there's things that you have in your head, but it's not communicated to the person that you're with. And I feel like you really need to have those conversations because it's like you can't expect your partner to read your mind, if that makes sense. There's so much to relationships. Like relationships can be so beautiful, but you really got to put the effort into yourself and into your partner. How we looking?
I like this.
Okay. It's so crazy. I had like a whole bunch of topics that I have written down that I wanted to like go over, and I didn't even get to them. I didn't even read them at all. I just started vibing. So far, so good. I feel like I look like a ghost on this camera.
I promise you I don't look like this in person.
Or do I?
I can't really tell.
But let me know if you guys like this style video. I really love like the sit down, talk to the camera a lot more than doing my vlogs. Just because I feel like with social media, oh, let me put the highlighter on. I feel like social media, like in general, oh my gosh, I messed this up. And honestly, I feel like this isn't bad. I just need to like do an under eye. But I feel like social media like has just turned into a watch my life. Like everyone's like pretty much like gloating about the life that they live, or you know, they're like just showing off like the things that they have. I miss when social media was more of like a community and it was a place for people to like get to know each other. I feel like every time I go on social media, it's a reminder that I'm behind in life. And I personally don't think that I'm behind. I am very blessed with the life that I have, and I'm very blessed with the things that I've been able to accomplish. Oh my gosh, my under eye. Look at this, y'all. Don't look too hard. Do not look too hard. Yeah, I need to go back to my OG concealer because what the heck is this?
Yeah, this might be a makeup fail.
I told y'all I was gonna be able to redeem myself with this, but I do not know. But yeah, like I feel like social media for the most part is a place for people to like show off. I miss it when we were able to just like connect with our friends, connect with the people that we like know in real life. I remember when people were like just posting their accomplishments or a trip that they went on. I'm just like going back to like the very first like Instagram days. I don't know, like I just feel like social media has just become such a competition, and it makes you feel like you have to be in competition with people in real life. And that's what I hate, because like I'm not that type of person. I don't feel like I need to be in competition with people, but I feel like sometimes people feel like they need to be in competition with me, which I do not like. I am the last person that she needs to be in competition with. I am such a lover. Like I feel like I was bullied to a point where I just want everyone to be included. And I want everyone to be good, you know, because like I don't want anyone to feel the way that I felt when I was in high school. I don't. So I make it like a point to just make sure that everyone feels good, make sure everyone's included. Like I don't want anyone to be left out. How do we feel about this? Ooh, is this the color that I want? But yeah, like if you ever feel like you're in competition with someone, you really gotta like sit and check yourself. Like, are you in competition with this person because you feel like they're where you want to be? Or are you in competition with the person just so that you can feel better about yourself? Like, I feel like that's something that people don't really have the self-awareness of. And that's the reason why so many people are like, it's feeling empty. I'm a glossy girl. I saw a video of this person doing like a lip combo, and then they put lip gloss on, and then somebody in the comments was like,
I was hoping that she didn't put lip gloss on it.
that's me all the way. Let me know in the comments. Would you have kept the gloss off or on in this lip combo? I feel like I've been all over the place today with this chat. This is gonna be my final look. I feel like it's not bad. It's not my favorite look, but it's not bad. If you made it to the end of this video, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you, and we are like this. We're like this. If you stayed to the end of this video, drop a comment and say chili monkeys so I know that you stayed. Without further ado, here is the final look for me to hop in the shower and wash all of this off. I really just wanted to come and chat with you and just do like a little get ready with me. Like, I feel like these are near and dear to my heart just because, one, I love doing my makeup, and two, I love sitting on FaceTime with my girls. I love sitting on FaceTime with my friends, and I really want to start to share this side of myself. I'm going to end the video here, but thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and put your post notifications on. I know I didn't even put no lashes on, but that's okay. We don't need lashes. We're literally about to wash this off, so okay, bye.